times, struggling and striving. Hard times, trying to make it in and out of the ghetto. Hard times, temporary laid off. Hard times, looking for the exit out of the prisons. Hard times, avoided self-destructions that I witness. Hard times, time after time. Hard times, time after time. Hard times, is do or die, doing hard times. In the time I didn't know Jesus Christ, nor did I know Muhammad, but I still believe in God like all those holy prophets. You gotta do God's will, evil ones try to stop it. My entrance into the holy promised land, them same ones roadblock it. Politics and war in the Middle East. I pray to God on hip-hop songs, straight from the streets. I'm from the NWA, we say the N-word, nigga, meaning African king or chief of the Lord of Lords. Most of them want to be American gangsters lined up for death row. When my number comes up, you know I don't want to go. But I was ready to die for the cause and give my life to the God. Now you see, I love the Lord. I love the Lord more than them hoes who didn't love me, who were only in a relationship for my money. Nobody wants you when you're down and out. An old sad song. I got the blues and the thrill is gone. Hard times, hard times, hard times, hard times, hard times, struggling and striving. Hard times, trying to make it in and out of the ghetto. Hard times, temporary laid off. Hard times, looking for the exit out of the prisons. Hard times, avoiding self-destructions that I witness. Hard time after time. Hard times, hard times is do or die, doing hard times. Living in the ghetto, seeing many world wars. The ending of time at Armageddon. Countless violent conflicts taking place on the battleground. Innumerable is the dead and gone. All these world wars are so deadly and evil. I have no pleasure in the destruction of people. I've seen so many terrible things, it makes a strong man turn feeble. My soul is deeply troubled. Oh my God, I need you. Save my soul from the depths of despair. Unjust rulers without mercy and mind and heart are very near. For the lives they destroy, they don't really care. Many innocents die because of them, and that ain't fair. So prepare yourself to escape these dangers. I'm ready for whatever right now, no later. I've been living in the ghetto, trying to seek the good life. Hiding from evil to find a good wife who will honor you, love and obey, and always treat you right. We'll have a problem doing hard times with her every day and night. Throughout it all, back the good darkness until the sunshine. Until the end of all my hard times. Hard times, hard times, hard times, hard times. It's do or die, doing hard times. Hard times, struggling and striving. Hard times, trying to make it in and out of the ghetto. Hard times, temporary laid off. Hard times, looking for the exit out of the prisons. Hard times, avoiding self-destruction that I witness. Hard times, time after time. Hard times, hard times. It's do or die, doing hard times. Hard times is do or die, doing hard times. Straight from the streets, that's how I'm living. My kind of either dead or in jail, I'm trying to keep myself out of the grave in prison. I give my money blessings to the poor and ghetto children, but sometimes I need them blessings back and ain't nobody giving. But when your situation turns from rags to riches, so many inquiring minds and scandalmongers up in your business. I have a funny feeling inside y'all trying to trick me. All the holding on to the good life is becoming slippery. So before paradise is lost and another man takes a fall, I'm rebuking the devil, my soul returns to gold, to vanquish demons inside or outside of him home. Without the Lord, they never leave me alone. So forgive me of the error in the day of my youth. I was trying to do more good than evil before the day God judging you on balanced scales. Holy ones, where your soul. The scepter lies ain't working on the God, the story's already told. My days are numbered, I'm doomed to die, just like all of you. But instead of burning in hell, I made a royal burial tomb. But when I die, remember all my hard rhymes. From resting in peace from all these hard times. Hard times. Hard times. Hard times is do or die, doing hard times. Hard times, struggling and striving. Hard times, trying to make it in and out of the ghetto. Hard times, temporary laid off. Hard times, looking for the exit out of the prisons. Hard times, avoided self-destructions that I witness. Hard times, time after time. Hard times, time after time. Hard times is do or die, doing hard times. Ooh, ooh, do or die, doing hard times. That's Lord Too Smooth, Lord Vice Lord Top Smooth, the first, the one and only holy blood of our men. And this is my house. This is your APTV rap cribs, and this is how I'm living. I'm having hard times.